The Battle of Midway, intelligence, timing, and the minutes that changed the Pacific. At 10:22 a.m., 4 Japanese aircraft carriers sit exposed. Fuel hoses stretch across their decks. Bombs lie armed and unsecured. For 5 minutes, the fate of the Pacific War hangs in the air. But those minutes were decided weeks earlier, in a basement, by people who never fired a shot. June 1942. 6 months after Pearl Harbor, Japan controls the Pacific. Its navy appears unstoppable. Its carriers have destroyed fleet after fleet. The United States is outnumbered, outgunned, and fighting with ships it cannot afford to lose. One more decisive Japanese victory could push America out of the war. That victory is supposed to happen at a place called Midway. Why Midway matters. Picture the Pacific Ocean as a vast chessboard. Midway Atoll is a small square barely visible, but strategically priceless. It sits 1,300 miles northwest of Hawaii, close enough to threaten Pearl Harbor, far enough to lure American carriers into a trap for Japan. Midway is bait. For the United States, it is a line that cannot be crossed. If Midway falls, Hawaii is exposed. If Hawaii falls, the Pacific War may be lost. Japan's confidence after Pearl Harbor. Japanese naval leadership believes 2 things. The U.S. Navy has been psychologically broken. One more decisive blow will force negotiations. Admiral Isoroku Yamamoto, architect of Pearl Harbor, understands America better than most. He knows Japan cannot win a long war, so he plans a short one by destroying America's remaining aircraft carriers. Midway is the ambush point. Retention detail. Japan's plan is brilliant on paper and dangerously complex in execution. If you were Yamamoto, would you risk everything on one decisive battle? The Japanese plan divides forces across hundreds of miles. Carriers attack Midway. Battleships follow behind. A separate fleet strikes the Aleutian Islands as a diversion. The goal is confusion, but complexity creates fragility. If timing slips, even slightly coordination collapses, and Japan assumes one critical thing the Americans don't know. In Hawaii, at Station Hypo, American cryptanalysts are fighting a different battle. They are breaking Japan's naval code, JN-25. Progress is slow, fragments only. But one location keeps appearing in intercepted messages, AF. Commanders suspect AF is Midway. They need proof. Midway sends a fake, unencrypted message. Its desalination system is broken. Fresh water is low. Days later, Japanese intercepts report, is short on water. The trap snaps shut. American commanders now know where Japan will strike, roughly when, and with what forces. Admiral Chester W. Nimitz faces a brutal choice. He has 3 carriers, crews still reeling from earlier battles. Japan has 4 frontline fleet carriers, veteran air groups. But Nimitz has something Japan doesn't. Foreknowledge. He commits everything. If he's wrong, the Pacific Fleet may cease to exist. American carriers move into position northeast of Midway. They remain silent, hidden, waiting. Japanese commanders are confident. They believe surprise is theirs. They do not know the trap has already been sprung. When dawn breaks, both fleets believe the other is blind. Japan sails toward Midway confident. America waits in silence. Both sides believe they control the battle. Only one is right. June 4, 1942, Japanese aircraft launched to strike Midway Atoll. The attack is successful, but incomplete. Midway is damaged, not destroyed. Japanese commanders face a decision. Launch a second strike on Midway or prepare for a naval battle. They choose to rearm. This decision changes everything. On Japanese carrier decks, bombs are swapped, torpedoes are moved, fuel lines are opened, aircraft are brought below deck. The carriers are at their most vulnerable, but the Japanese still believe American carriers are far away. They are wrong. American aircraft launch in waves, uncoordinated and imperfect. Torpedo squadrons fly low. Fighter cover is inconsistent. Navigation errors scatter formations. What follows is chaos. American torpedo planes attack first. They are slow, poorly defended, flying straight into anti-aircraft fire. They are slaughtered. Almost none score hits. Their sacrifice will matter. though they never know it. Pause and think. Would you continue attacking, knowing the odds are almost zero? Japanese Zero fighters are drawn down to sea level. They chase torpedo planes. Above them, the sky empties. This is the mistake. At high altitude, American dive bombers finally arrive. They are late, low on fuel, almost lost. Below them sit Japanese carriers, decks crowded, defenses unprepared. Myth versus reality. Myth. This was perfectly planned. Reality. Timing, chance, and human error aligned. Within minutes, Akagi burns, Kaga burns, Soryu burns. 3 carriers are mortally wounded. Japan's offensive power collapses in real time. The Pacific War has turned, though no one knows it yet. 1 carrier remains, and the battle is not finished. If you value real military history told with clarity and consequence, subscribe to Mission Debrief, where you can watch factual war documentaries daily.